So what if I told you that in our super noisy world, being seen is actually a weakness? That real, true power lies in the parts of you that other people can't see, can't predict, and definitely can't touch. Today, we're going to dive into the legendary strategies of Sun Tzu to master this art of psychological invisibility. And it's not about hiding, it's about becoming so sovereign, so complete, that the world literally no longer has a place to hit you. So let's start by figuring out why we so often lose just by opening our mouths.
I mean, really think about it. You've been there, right? You walk away from an argument and you're just replaying your own words over and over, and you realize that every single thing you said to defend yourself, it just made you weaker. It's such a common, frustrating feeling, and believe it or not, there's a deep, strategic reason for it.
And this right here is our foundation. Sun Tzu taught that the ultimate victory, the real win, is the one you get without ever having to clash. In our modern lives, that battlefield, it's almost always emotional. In the fight, well, it's usually one we create for ourselves.
Okay, so let's jump in and start by breaking down the most common mistake we all make. We walk right into battles we just can't win because we make ourselves such obvious, visible targets. This is the absolute core of the problem. We have this deep, primal instinct to just react, to justify our position, to explain ourselves because our ego immediately confuses disagreement with a personal attack. We think we're fighting for the truth, but, tactically, it's a complete disaster.
Now, this is a really crucial reframe. When you feel that powerful urge to defend yourself, you're not actually projecting strength. What you're really doing is broadcasting, "I need you to approve of me." You're showing your cards. And in the world of strategy, as Sun Tzu knew better than anyone, a visible, predictable opponent is an opponent who has already lost.
So, how do we escape this trap? Well, the very first step is to break the patterns, the predictable habits that other people use to control you.
So many of us have been conditioned to be this for other people. It's like we've been taught that being constantly available and responsive is a virtue. But if you look at it from a strategic point of view, anything that's predictable, well, it just becomes a tool for others to use whenever they want.
And this just illustrates the point perfectly, doesn't it? Think about that person who only hits you up when they need something, or that colleague who knows exactly what to say to get you to take on more work. They're not engaging with the real you. They are literally just pressing a button because they know exactly what response they're going to get.
So here's the crucial part. When you choose not to be that predictable button, when you just withdraw that immediate, conditioned response, you suddenly break their control over the whole narrative. You become an unknown quantity, a mystery. And honestly, people are often terrified of what they can't predict.
Okay, so this brings us to our next strategic layer. We need to stop seeing silence as just being passive and start seeing it for what it truly is, a precision weapon.
This is such a powerful concept. When someone comes at you with negativity or criticism, and you meet it with this calm, deliberate silence, you're not just being quiet, you are holding up a mirror to them.
See, without your reaction to push against, all their energy has nowhere to go but right back at them. They're suddenly left totally alone with their own anger, their own projections. Your silence literally forces them to confront the source of all that noise, themselves.
We call this strategic economy. You're not withholding your words because you have nothing to say. You're withholding them because you refuse to spend your valuable psychic energy on battles that just drain you, or on people who haven't earned the right to your engagement. It's a powerful act of self-preservation.
And finally, all of these external tactics, they're pretty much useless without the most important piece of the puzzle, building an unbreachable internal fortress.
To build this fortress, Sun Tzu taught the importance of being formless. Psychologically, this means detaching your sense of self from all those external things, from praise, from criticism, from what other people think of you. If you have no visible form for them to attack, you just can't be broken.
I mean, just look at the shift this creates. You move from being a reactor, someone who is constantly just responding to the world, to being a creator, the creator of your own state of mind. You stop wasting all that energy on pleasing others and chasing approval, and instead, you invest that energy in building your own internal peace and stability.
And let's be really clear about this. This whole journey isn't about becoming distant or aloof or cold. Not at all. It's about becoming integrated. It's about pulling all those scattered pieces of yourself that you've given away to other people back into one solid, sovereign whole.
Now, this whole process is going to feel uncomfortable at first. I'm not going to lie.
You might feel guilty. People who were used to using you might even call you selfish. But that discomfort, that's actually a good sign. It's the sound of your old chains breaking. It's the feeling of taking your power back.
So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. Imagine becoming so solid in your own sovereignty, so internally complete that you can stand right in the middle of any storm and just remain unshaken. What happens then? What happens when the world simply runs out of places to land a blow? That is silent sovereignty.